What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, for today's video I have several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you a quite interesting update from one of the litigation processes, and we have a win. We have a victory in this process, and this victory will lead us to quite interesting consequences in our main case. And all the details I will show you in today's video. On top of that, I will show you some comments from George Palikoras and John Burda in regards to the most recent actions and in regards to the actions that were made back in the days. And again, it is quite interesting news. And I will show you a very important due diligence that was made by one of our community members, which shows that your constitutional rights, your rights as the US citizens were violated by some actions that were made by the wrongdoers. And it is very important to know, and it is very important to understand how you can defend yourself and your rights. On top of that, guys, at the very end of this video, I will show you my recent calls that I made for my patrons, and I will show you how successful these calls was and how successful they are. And you can also receive these calls with my risk-free offer. Risk-free means 100% money-back guarantee. And the only thing that you should do is just to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my Safe Haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Here are just a few of my trade results from the first half of October. But don't wait, this offer is available for a limited time only. Once the spots are filled, enrollment will close. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market. So guys, and let's begin with this tweet that was written by Scott Trout just 11 hours ago. And he wrote, "Scott Trout, yours truly, defeated Wes Christian and his attorney Robin O'Neill on the 28th of October 2025 when the First Court of Appeals in Texas said no to Christian attempting to keep his slap lawsuit against me bottled up in the 129th Judicial District in Houston. Same court he has all arbitration or conflict resolution set for contractually in the MMAT bankruptcy retainer agreements he has in Las Vegas." Yes, that's a big Christian attempted to convince the court that I had access to legal resources while at sea squid fishing aboard a Point Judith, R.I. trawler and a few other ridiculous assertions legally, including attempting to sell the one COA on rules and standards for my appeal that simply didn't exist. Yes, these days are getting darker for Mr. Naked Shorts, but none darker than what happened when he let it slip that he had seen in the MMTLP share count with DTCC and from MMAT's paid trade data outfit Broadridge. He said it was all the motherlode of Naked Shorts when he has seen numbers of that said otherwise. I will post the document later. it gets uglier too for him in Houston. During the hearing on the slap case, his attorney attempted to tell the judge that he lost income from McCabe's wallet at NextBridge Hydrocarbons because he was terminated because of my alleged defamatory statements. There's just a few problems with this, and in no particular order. 1. Wes stated my alleged defamations happened on X in November and December, maybe even January of this year, but he was hired by McCabe on February 18th of 2025. He sued me on February 6th, 2025. See the date issue? 2. McCabe hates me and has said in print I'm a liar, compromised a dark force. Why would McCabe listen to anything I said and give it any credence as an evaluation of his fellow Texan Wesley Christian? 3. Wes has already gone on the record in U.S. bankruptcy court in April 2025, stating he quit NBH as a counsel to avoid appearance of conflict or some other close self-serving madness. Nothing about Scott Trott or Daniel Spears either, for that matter. So pull up a chair and let's see how the judge rules on my disqualification motion in Las Vegas, because the one thing that is certain is that those of you holding MMTLP will see it converted to MMAT if we prove that the TRCH and NBH spin-off was done fraudulently and Wes Christian is removed. And there may be more an enormous potential recovery in MMAT if the popcorn trail continues to explode as it has in the last couple of weeks. And guys, this is quite interesting. Update that might lead to some kind of conversion of MMTLP debt into the MMAT debt. And we know that the MMAT bankruptcy case is active and ongoing. And well, it is quite interesting, but we also have another lawsuit that was set on pause because of the MMAT bankruptcy case. And I'm talking about Jennifer Vitrano's case. Yes, we have plenty of, let's say, legal actions that should lead us to some kind of resolution, and I believe that it should lead us to a relief one way or another. And in my opinion, it is very important to understand. On top of that, I want to pay your attention to these couple of tweets that were published by Roman Supes, again in regards to the conversation of Scott Trott and at this time John Burda. And Roman Supes wrote, Scott Trott fires back on John Burda. Trott accuses Burda of lying about selling shares, paying social media influencers, upcoming charges for MMTLP, and hurls insults. Who's next, Palikers? Did you get your turn in? And he refers to this conversation. Let me show you this in details. So, first of all, on November the 3rd, Kicap wrote this tweet. Trott, Nevada bankruptcy case affidavit in support of motion to disqualify Wes Christian and similar to motion filed by Daniel Spears. And this is about the victory of Scott Trott. And John Burda responded to this. What is the penalty for lying in an affidavit? Truly, this guy is delusional or working on behalf of someone, in my opinion. The lies are just incredible. I hate to give him any oxygen, but a person can only take so much. And Scott responded to this. Burda, you've always been a true Bitcoin man and a blonde heart. What happens to Wes now that he got outed for lying about Anson? You pay social media influencers and you lied about selling your shares. You are under SEC charges. I think you should be worried more about what's coming for you. And I have to admit that, yes, the case against John Burda and George Palikers is still on the table. And guys, I have to admit that, well, this type of interactions are not the best one, but at the same time, we know that Scott Trott was well, he made several statements that wasn't so supportive for the majority of MMTLP community, because the vast majority of MMTLP community thinks that John Burda couldn't prevent the disaster that happened to MMTLP community. And Scott Roth thinks completely opposite. That is why, guys, they have this type of interactions that, well, that are not so pleasant, in my opinion, at this very moment. On top of that, I want to pay attention to another tweet that was written by John Burda, that was reposted by John Burda, and this is the tweet that was written by Kristen Shaughnessy. She wrote, "Why are the SEC and FINRA so afraid of the sunlight? It's a crime scene frozen in time. What is the independent audited share count?" And she refers to the tweet that was written by George Palikers just 7 hours ago. And let me quote you this in details. George wrote, December the 8th of 2022 live, end of day the 12th. December the 9th, 2022 AM, you murdered MMTLP and padlocked the shares. We called up and you had no information to offer us due to an extraordinary event, and it took you months and 2 FAQs to explain your actions. I told your ombudsman, Sarah Jill, right at the beginning of this, when she kept saying she had no information for us, that this will continue to escalate. Name the date, the hour, the platform. Debate me live. No script, no mute button, no FINRA, OCC, DTCC hiding behind your vest. Bring the chat logs, the U3 halt order and committee notes, the smoking gun. I will bring my laptop with MMTLP receipts and 65,000 logged shareholders watching over virtual coffee. The injustice you have caused will become your undoing. And I have to admit that, yes, we know that Jeff Mandel back in this, I believe it was November of 2022, end of November, where he clearly stated that the last day of trading should be December the 12th. And despite this statement, the U3 halt was implemented 2 days before, 2 business days before this date, and it was a real trap for MMTLP shareholders. And guys, let me show you another comment that is directly related to this story. Right after the U3 halt happened, and you can see that this tweet was answered by Jennifer Vedrana, that was originally made by Amy. And Amy refers to the same tweet that was written by George Palikers that I just read to you. And she wrote, "Quick question, George. According to John Burda, he asked you and the board to pause the spin-off after the halt, and you all voted to go through with it anyway. If you all pause the spin-out and distribution, the halt would have been lifted, right?" And she added this screenshot of the tweet that was written by Sensei on October the 30th of 2023. And that was responded by John Burda on October 31st of 2023. And Sensei wrote, "John, if it wasn't the warden Meta wanted, then why go through with the spin-out? Why not pause?" And John Burda responded, "After the halt, I asked Meta to do just that. I understand the board voted to go through with it anyway." And guys, this is quite weird actions from the board of Meta Materials, and that is why Jennifer Vedrana asked a very legitimate question. Palikers, do you know what they are talking about? What board members? And yes, if it was a very simple solution to stop, to halt a spin-out, what would happen in this case? Would the halt have been lifted in this case? Probably yes. And if so, you would not be trapped in this story. And it is quite interesting, and definitely it worth more attention to see how the things will go from this point. And definitely I will continue to do my best in order to cover all these details. So guys, and let's take a look at the Discord group and let me show you the most recent calls that I made to my patrons. You can see that just yesterday I wrote this post, high risk swing trade short BE. It is at overbought condition on multiple time frames and it is at the top of its potential fifth wave. Guys, take a look at the time when I made it. It was made yesterday at 9:07 p.m. Let's take a look at this time. Here is this asset, and you can see this vertical line. It represented the exact point where I made this call, and from this point this asset went lower, and for now you can see that at the end of aftermarket trading session it went to the downside by 3.61%. And take a look right here. I partially closed my position, wait a second, I partially closed my position for about 2% of profit. When it reached this level of support, I closed this at this point. And take a look right here. For now, Bloom Energy is at $137. So, which means from the entry price, this asset went lower, and we can book, and my students can book up to 6% of profit. And you can see that this type of calls are not the unique ones. You can see another my call that I made on October 28th to short BYND, and I told them to do it with the price when the price of this asset was at $2.29. And guys, take a look where the price of BYND is right now. It is at $1.36, so which means from my call from $2.25, it wait a second, I will show you right here, it went down by more than 39%. So the actual call to action, you can see that I made it just yesterday to long meta. And from the technical standpoint, guys, it has all the chances to gain up to 6% to its value within next several sessions. So that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.